name is Deborah Griffin, and I'm the school counselor at Rampello, and I am honored to have been chosen to make opening remarks at your commencement. It's my pleasure to warmly welcome you to the 2020 End of the Year Award Ceremony and 8th grade graduation. Congratulations, students. You did it, you're high school students. There are no limos, no Tampa Club, no dance, no parties. And I really wish, with all my heart, I really wish I could be there in front of you, talking to you from the podium when you guys are in the audience and we can see each other. And I know we've missed out on so much. It's really sad, and there's nothing I can say to change that. It's a disappointment. I've been waiting for 9 years for this end of the year bash. But since you're home and I'm home, I'd like to share a few thoughts with you. There are some very positive takeaways from this experience. You've learned some real life lessons. Not only have you survived, guys, you're thriving in a global crisis. Students, you've overcome so many challenges. You've been faced with so much adversity over the last few months, and we've all learned so much. Throughout this lockdown, we've learned that there are no guarantees in life. We've learned that change is inevitable. We've learned that our world, as we know it, can dissolve right in front of us at any moment. We've learned that we can't control our environment. We can only control our reactions. We've learned to adapt to change. We've learned that parents and teenagers can coexist together in small quarters. I truly believe our personalities will be altered for the better once this is over on the other side of the pandemic. This is the stuff that builds character, creates personal resiliency. We're ultimately defined by our ability to rise above obstacles. And when all this is over, you will have gained knowledge that no formal education could ever prepare you for. I'd like to take a moment to talk to parents. As most of you know, my son is also in this 2020 class. Parents, we've been through so much together. We've leaned on each other for so many developmental stages. We've been there for each other. We've supported each other. I have learned so much from you. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be part of your families. You've helped me raise my son, and I'll be forever grateful for that. Thank you. And finally, students, I'd like to take a moment, my last moment, to talk directly to the class of 2020. Guys, your best days are still ahead of you. You will have made it through the great sacrifice and a whole world reset, and your lives will be forever identified with the before and after the pandemic. Still, when you're in your 30s and 40s, you'll look back on today, tomorrow, and the next few years and call these times the good old days. And I know you'll work hard. I know you'll work hard in high school and beyond. But my wish for you is that you play hard, you love hard, you create lasting, meaningful friendships. Let your guard down. Get your heart broken, break some hearts, take chances, make yourself seen, and don't be afraid to be you. I'll leave you with this. You are unique. You guys will go down in history. No one will ever forget the class of 2020. I love you guys, and I will miss you. I loved being a part of your lives. I'd like to welcome Owen Bigelow to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hi, this is Owen Bigelow, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Greetings, grade 8 students and families. I am Liz Upperque, the proud principal of Rampello Downtown Partnership K-8 school. Today is a very special day. Today is all about you, 8th graders. It is a time of closure and a day to celebrate our successes as you transition to high school. This group is very special to me. There are 28 students that started at Rampello in kindergarten that are leaving Rampello, and I have been your principal for the last 9 years. It is rare that a principal is able to stay at one school and witness the transition of our students over the course of 9 years, and I truly feel blessed. Whether you started in kindergarten or grade 3 or grade 6, we have watched you grow and mature into young adults ready to take on the world. We have supervised you on Mondays at the unpopular no opt-out to reinforce work habits. We have celebrated each Friday acknowledging your good works as Student of the Week, and we say goodbye to you knowing that you are ready to move on. My personal vision for the last 12 years as principal of Rampello has remained the same. I want our school to provide rigorous, challenging, and relevant learning in a friendly, supportive, and caring environment. I want our faculty, parents, and community members to work together to make Rampello a place to learn and to grow. I want our students to experience the arts and sciences in Tampa's downtown. And of course, we strive to be the top performing school in the district in all areas. Most of all, I want Rampello students to leave our school prepared for high school and post-secondary learning. And later in life, when you are asked about a teacher or educator that changed your life, I hope that you will think of someone here at Rampello. During normal years, we have hundreds of former students returning to visit on Alumni Day. It always warms my heart that those students miss Rampello and took the time to visit. I look forward to seeing you during our annual alumni reunions and to hear about your successes in high school and your plans for college and beyond. I thank all of your parents for sharing your children with Rampello. We are grateful for the opportunity to educate and mentor your children. And as you transition to your new school, remember that as students, you have a rare opportunity to recreate yourselves. This is the end of a year. Next year, you will start a new year. If you struggled with completing homework this year, you can change that next year. If you were shy this year, you can make a decision to become more outgoing and friendly next year. Every year, you have a fresh start to create the scholar and the person that you want to become. Please know that you are loved and you will be missed. Enjoy your special evening.
Good evening. My name is Terry Bigelow. I'm the 8th grade English teacher at Rampello. I'm the only 8th grade teacher that's ever been at Rampello so far. So if your child has gone through Rampello, they've heard this speech before at some point. So this is the speech I've given every year. I'll explain that in a moment. I have written the speech and it's on the screen behind me on my desktop computer so I can read it as I record it. So excuse me. I always read it because otherwise I'll forget some elements of it, and it really irritates me later if I miss something that I wanted to say. So this year it starts with a short opening that I did not have before, so please bear with me with that. It has to do with the circumstances of this event and how we're doing it virtually today. So here it is. I know we've had an unusual end of year, not being together to laugh, cry, and celebrate, but the sentiment of this event remains the same. We care about you, and you deserve to celebrate with each other for what you've accomplished in your past, where you've arrived today, and what you will accomplish in your future. We wish the celebration could be different, that we could be together, but the circumstances of the world are against us. We must embrace what we do have, the chance to gather, even virtually, and celebrate. So here's the speech. Today is the day. Okay, I'm ready to read you my annual speech. It's basically the same one that my students have heard at the end of their last class on the last full school day, or at this event since the mid-1990s. The first kids who heard this are now out of college and have begun careers and families. And one day soon, this will be you. This tradition was inspired by Mr. Robinson, the president of Scholastic Books, who to this day continues a 50-plus year tradition of delivering the same speech his father had given at Thanksgiving dinners to groups of English teachers as large as 3,000. They had gathered in a city somewhere in the United States to attend a professional conference because that was the only time they were allowed to go. He saw this, so they were missing their Thanksgiving with their family, and he started buying everyone who was attending the conference who'd like to come to a Thanksgiving dinner to replace the one they missed with their family. I'm sure I'll not teach that long, it's 50 years, but this speech has become part of my tradition ending each school year. This is the 24th year this speech will be delivered, and at this point, nearly 2,600 8th graders have heard this speech before they left for high school. Over time, the speech has been revised and edited slightly, but it's always carried the same message, and it's always begun with this story. The story is called The Chicken. Once upon a time, there was a large mountainside where an eagle's nest rested. The eagle's nest contained 4 large eagle eggs. One day, an earthquake rocked the mountain, causing one of the eggs to roll down to a chicken farm located in the valley below. The chickens knew they must protect and care for the eagle's eggs, so an old hen volunteered to nurture and raise the large egg. One day, the egg hatched and a beautiful eagle was born. Sadly, however, the eagle was raised to be a chicken. Soon, the eagle believed he was nothing more than a chicken. The eagle loved his home and family, but his spirit cried out for more. While playing a game on the farm one day, the eagle looked up and noticed a group of mighty eagles soaring in the skies. "I wish I could soar like those birds," the eagle cried. The other chickens roared with laughter. "You can't soar with those birds. You're a chicken and chickens don't soar." The eagle continued staring at his real family up above, dreaming that he could be with them. Each time the eagle would let his dreams be known, he was told it couldn't be done, and that was what the eagle learned to believe. The eagle, after time, stopped dreaming and continued to live his life like a chicken. Finally, after a long life as a chicken, the eagle passed away. You become what you believe you are. If you dream to become an eagle, follow your dreams, not the words of the chickens around you. This is a particularly poignant story for you at this point in your life as you get ready to move to high school. Here, you've generally been around people who, between your family and the teachers and every adult here, who encourage you to do what you can, go beyond what you think you're capable of, and reach for high goals. In high school, you will certainly be around some chickens. Do what you know is right. Please don't listen to those chickens. So here's the rest of the speech. I want to say that I really enjoyed having you in class this past year. You are why I love this job, not the adults, not the classes, not the building, but you. I'll really miss you, all the craziness, your excuses, and your sense of humor, the way you get my jokes and know I'm joking, the way I can pick on you a little bit and know I'm not being mean-spirited. There'll be new kids sitting at your desk next year, but as always, it will never be the same again. I want to wish you great success and happiness in high school and beyond, whatever career you choose, whether that's making McNuggets, hot apple pies, and Big Macs at McDonald's, or you're helping build the first spaceship that'll carry people to the moon. I hope you love doing it. I hope you're happy doing it, and that you'll enjoy it for as long as you do it. I wish you success in your future families. Hope you find the right person for you and that you have a healthy family and your life is filled with way more ups than downs. Never forget that you deserve to be treated well. Expect people to treat you well, always. If someone mistreats you physically or verbally, get away from him or her immediately. You deserve better, and they don't deserve someone like you, and that's it. I hope you always make the right choices, even though I know that you won't, because no one does. But I hope that you'll learn from the wrong ones and appreciate how fortunate you were to make the right ones when you did. Be the exception, not the rule. Just because everyone's doing something doesn't mean you have to do it too. That's a lesson you've learned since you were born. Do what's right for you, not what everyone else wants you to do. Often, other people don't have your best interests at heart. Those chickens I'm talking about. They just want company doing something they know is wrong. They want to bring you along with them. Don't do it. Please don't buckle to temptation. I've seen the havoc that drugs can wage on a person, not only physically but mentally, not only on them, but also their friends and family and everyone who cares for them. It's horrible. There are tons of stories of famous people who use drugs and destroy their lives. You think they believe that they would die from an overdose or be hurt by abuse? Then you're dead wrong. How many people who aren't famous had a similar story that you never heard about? Lots. Tons. I hope I never have to hear that you made a choice that made you dead wrong. Never drink and drive. Never ride with a drunk driver. When that little voice is telling you it'll be okay, you convince yourself that it will, know that it might not be. Don't talk yourself into a bad decision. Listen to that inner voice. I've lost 2 people in separate accidents who I knew and loved to the stupidity. I don't want to add any of you to that list. I don't want any of you to have to live with the guilt of being responsible for something like that. Just know that it's much better to have your family mad at you for a minute because you called them to get a ride than for them to be sad forever. Keep that in mind. Try everything. Don't put yourself in a position where a week, a month, a year, even a decade from now, you say, I wish I would have. I wish I could have. If you want to skydive or learn to scuba or travel the world, do it. Don't wait till you're 40, 50, 60 years old. You might be able to do it then, but you might not. You might have other obligations and other responsibilities that prevent you from doing that very easily. When you have a chance to do something you want to try, Do it. Live life and enjoy it. And make sure the way you enjoy it doesn't interfere or hurt other people. Don't hate. Treat everyone well, period. If you don't know why, then your family, your friends, and your teachers haven't done our jobs. That's it. Always remember where you came from. No matter how successful you become, don't forget friends and family who supported you. Don't be snobs about your success. Success can be fleeting. If you don't accomplish your dreams, don't forget them. Sometimes they just need refocusing. Set goals. Always have something you want to attain, whether it's fame, fortune, or something as simple as a B on the next calculus test. All those will help you get where you want to go. Without goals, you could wander around life and never cross the starting line. Set your goals high. If you don't reach them, you may be disappointed until you look around and realize you made it pretty far trying to attain them. Have hope. When everything seems like it's falling apart, and it will from time to time, that's why we call it life, have hope. It doesn't cost anything, it doesn't hurt, and the worst thing that'll happen is you'll be disappointed. Disappointment's way better than giving up. Be happy. Do what makes you happy as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. Pick a job that you'll truly love. Choose a job where you are so happy doing it, you're shocked you're allowed to do it, and they pay you too. You'll have to work for much of your life, and you will do those jobs for many, many hours each week. Make sure it's something you love doing. Be the best at it. Be passionate about it. If you aren't, you'll be miserable for all those hours you're at work. Do everything you do like you mean it, and you want to be the best at it, whether it's your future career or just doing the dishes after dinner. And I can imagine all the parents who are watching this video or watching this presentation nodding their heads. Yes, just do the dishes right. I don't want to go get a dish that's got goo all over it still. You are the future, period. Work hard. The world is depending on you. You're extremely talented, intelligent, and good people. Act like it. Do right as often as possible. Admit it and take responsibility when you're wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay not to take responsibility and admit it. Consider your legacy. Think about your personal legacy as well as your generation's legacy. Remember, your legacy is how you're remembered long after you've lived your life. Think about how the world will be better because of you. In 100 years, how will future generations remember you? What will they say you did to make the world a better place? Start building your legacies today. Start thinking about how you're going to head in the direction that will build a great legacy. Come back and visit. Some of you will become famous, others not so famous. Some will be wealthy, others will be rich in other ways. Some of you will do right all the time, and others maybe not so right. But always remember, your true friends and family will love you no matter what, forever. Make sure to come back and visit and let us know how you're doing. We want to show you off to future groups of kids to show them where they could be one day. That's important. Finally, I need to tell you one last time that I love you guys. Not in any weird way you should run and tell your parents, call Officer Mike, but in a way that I'm going to miss you, and I look forward to hearing about the great and even not so great things that happen in your future. Again, thank you for the pleasure of a wonderful year. Have a fun, safe, relaxing summer. Get ready for high school. I know you're going to do great, and I wish you great luck in high school and beyond. So I need to tell our guests I always end my classes almost every period, every day for the whole year. This has been going on for decades with a saying. And we're going to say it one last time. This will be the last time you get to do it ever. Some of you are probably like, I'm so happy. But we're going to say it one more time together. You ready? Be good, be kind, be smart, be the best. Be ninth graders. Congratulations, invaders.
Hi, I have some special awards. This year, I am presenting a new award. It is called the Leadership and Service to the School Award. It goes to Alexis Banquet for going above and beyond during her time at Rampello. She has made an everlasting impact on the teachers, students, and everyone else around her. She has been with us since 6th grade and will be deeply missed. While in middle school, Alexis was a leader of student council, managed the candy fundraiser for band, tutored students during host, was a leader in AVID, started the Promise Leaders Club, worked every day collecting incentive passes in the cafeteria, helped with Student of the Week in the Pirate Store, accepted a spot on the volleyball team as a manager that worked her way onto the court, and did pretty much anything else anyone asked of her with a smile and great care. During the pandemic, she worked to create a Teacher Appreciation Week video for her teachers and a Kahoot for all 8th graders to play. Alexis, you will be receiving a $50 gift card. Thank you for all that you have done. We can't wait to see what your future holds. My next award is the Flag Team Recognition Award. This goes to Adrian Ritchie and Andrew Ritchie. They have patriotically raised and lowered the flag all year without reminders. Thank you, Adrian and Andrew, for your dedication to our school and to your country. You will be receiving a $50 gift card to recognize you. My last award is the Longevity Award, what we call Rampello Lifers. We had the largest group this year with 28 students that were with us from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. We are so happy to have watched you grow and each and every year. So those students, the 28 lifetimers, are Tony Adadrian, Joanna Arguelles, Owen Bigelow, Hannah Blue, Jordan Crochet, Taylor Crone, Miles Davis, Aiden Fernandez, Tristan Geary, Samantha Hines, Annalise Holtz, Paris Johnson, Kate Keith, Brooke Lewis, Michaela Mitchell, Manassas Montoya Garcia, Joseph Para, Melody Pupo, Jamila Ray, Adrian Ritchie, Andrew Ritchie, Aria Anales Sanchez, Veronica Slater, Haley Thompson, Caleb Tilton, Colin Wacker, Reed Wagner, and Miguel Yanoa III. To our Rampello Lifers, I have been your only principal, and I have absolutely enjoyed watching you grow from kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. I can't wait to see what you all accomplish.
This next award is the Turnaround Student Award. This student improved tremendously since 5th grade, and we felt that her improvement was by far the one that deserved the award this year. It is my pleasure to award Jasmine Candy the Turnaround Student of the Year Award. Congratulations, Jasmine. This next award is the Justin Coyle Carg Award for Resiliency. Sometimes students deal with difficult things outside of school, and we're amazed at how they overcome them. It is my honor to present Jazaria Jackson with the Justin Coyle Carg Award for Resiliency. Congratulations, Jazaria.
Congrats from Hello Grads. I am so honored to be announcing the perfect attendance students for this year. I'd like to acknowledge that you've been amazing and awesome and you have shined bright like an A all year long. Are you ready? Here we go. Tony Adarian, Olivia Barber, Alexis Bacon, Jordan Marshall Brenson, Jalea Cochran, Jaden Cruz, Skylar Fetty, Paris Johnson, Jalea Lundry, Nathaniel Morris, Sanaya Preston, Andrew Ritchie, Adrian Ritchie, Veronica Slater, and Maddox Thompson. It has been a wonderful year celebrating your perfect attendance. I wish you well in your future journey as you go on to high school.
Well, I am the lucky person who gets to announce the honor roll. So let's get started. Alexis Banquet, Taylor Crone, Miles Davis, Peyton Feely, Jonathan Garcia, Jaden Grays, Paris Johnson, Skylar Johnson, Kate Keith, and Owen Bigelow. And next for high honor roll, Devonna Smith, Ariana Gonzalez, Samaya Garcia, Dakari Wren, Colin Wacker, Kyler Green, Haley Thompson, Miguel Yanoa III, Brooke Lewis, Mackenzie Johnson, Isabella Hill, Neves DeGaulle, Angela Martinez, Jasmine Walker, Maddox Thomas, Jordan Johnson, Melanie Navarro Bravo, Malik Watson, Adrian Ritchie, Orlando Tamargo, Annalise Holz, Melody Pupo, Jackson Candy, Reed Wagner, Jasmine Candy, Jordan Brenson Marshall, Joseph Para, Caleb Tilton, Jalea Cochran, and Molly Smith. And for honor roll, we have Elijah Parrish and Latrell Taylor.
Hello, 8th graders. I am very proud of all of you, and I am happy to announce this year's students who received el certificado de la excelencia académica. Excelencia académica. Paris Johnson, Maddox Thomas, Malik Watson, Jaden Grace, and Veronica Slated. Congratulations to all of you.
Hi, this is Mrs. Reed, and I'm excited to be presenting the Reading Awards, even if it's not in person. My awards focus on behavior and conduct, not grades or attendance exactly. Although a student's actions may contribute to their academics, as people, their actions will always speak louder than words. The first award is the Atmosphere Award, and this goes to Jackson Candy. I've had the pleasure of teaching Jackson for 2 years in a row. He provides an atmosphere of calm, yet enthusiastic focus. No matter what was going on during the day, be it field trips, honor roll celebrations, or even a tornado warning, Jackson was always ready to learn. He'd walk in and say, "Okay, what are we doing today?" His classmates respect him and were always happy to be in a group with him. Thank you, Jackson, for being such an eager learner. I'm excited for you as you move on to high school. Congratulations. The Growth Mindset Award goes to Tahani Orta. I wish I could give you a hug right now. For 2 years, Tahani has been another shining light. She is like many people I admire, always growing. Tahani is loving and thoughtful and has a desire to learn. I can always rely on her to ask inquisitive questions and to be bold and ask for clarification when my directions might have been a little too confusing. Even in this e-learning period, she has thrived and completed all of her work on time at a high school level of understanding. Tahani, I know that you will succeed beyond your wildest dreams. The With Itness Award goes to Gabriella Hay, Gabby. The term with it indicates that a person can see the big picture and is quick to catch on. Gabby was a welcome addition to Rampello this year and quickly showed who she was with some of her very first assignments in class. Her writing is focused and her ideas show how bright she is. No matter the topic or assignment, she was always quick to understand and helpful in showing others how to be successful. Gabby, with this behavior, I know that you are ready for high school. With this e-learning period and the current pandemic, it goes to show that reading really does give us somewhere to go when we have to stay where we are. So keep reading. And for all of my students, I wish you the best of luck as you continue on. May you always do your best and continue to develop your love for learning. Best of luck to all of you.
Hello and welcome to the 2019-2020 Rampello 8th Grade Art Awards. My name is Miss Van Allen. This year, I'm pleased to announce 3 different artists who have won these awards. Our first award goes to Molly Smith, the Dedicated Artist Award. This is for your dedication to improving your skill and craftsmanship this year. Our second award, our Artistic Achievement Award, is given to India Rennie for working tirelessly to create your incredible artwork. Congratulations, India. And our third award, our Creative Spirit Award, goes to Zakara Warren Sapp. This is being given for being a creative inspiration in your work and everyday life. Congratulations to all three of you, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful and safe summer.
Hi, it's Miss Cartala here with the AVID Awards. I have been at Rempello for 3 years now. I started here at Rempello when this class was in 6th grade. This was my first group of AVID students at Rempello. I have loved every second of our time together. Each and every one of you have helped me grow as a teacher and as a person. I hope that I have been there for you as much as you unknowingly have been there for me. I know I might be biased, but I truly feel that we have some of the best students in Hillsborough County here at Rempello. This year, we became an AVID National Demonstration School, and we couldn't have done it without this 8th grade class. You are truly a remarkable group of students, and I can't wait to hear about high school and your future. Now, on to the awards. It was, of course, difficult to choose as I feel I have a special relationship with each of you, and to keep my part short, I'm only going to announce the finalists for each award category. This first award is called the Growth Mindset Award. These students have done some serious growth from their 6th grade year to their 8th grade year. These students have worked hard, learned how to self-advocate for themselves, and took themselves to a level that I don't even know if they realized was possible. The finalist for the Growth Mindset Award is Latrell Taylor. This next award is the Entrepreneur of the Year. This particular student goes above and beyond for all fundraisers here at our school and for all activities she's involved in. I could not have done our AVID fundraiser without her. She also goes above and beyond for all of her schoolwork, and I truly appreciate you, Jordan Brenson Marshall. Next is the Leadership Award. These students were willing and able to help others. They were team players and have a strong work ethic in all of their classes. And the winner is Veronica Slater. The next award is the Rising Star Award. And this is awarded to students who made improvements during their middle school year academically, socially. This was a very personalized award for those that received it, because all of you that received it for different reasons. Maybe for learning how to self-advocate for yourself, improving your organization, being able to speak publicly in front of groups of people, etc. And the winner is Elijah Parrish. This last award category is the Spotlight Award, and this award goes to students that went above and beyond to help portray what Rempello and AVID are all about here at our school. The students had to do a lot of public speaking in front of large groups of people that they did not know, and they did it flawlessly and impressed our visitors. The finalist for the Spotlight Award goes to Colin Wacker, Frederick Williams, and Alexis Bankin. To all my AVID students and to those of you that were not in my class but still stopped by from time to time when you needed something or just wanted to say hi, I'm so proud of you and good luck in your future endeavors. If you take anything away from our time together, I hope it is that I care about you and that you all have the ability to be great.
This next award is the Peer Counselor of the Year Award. I'm not sure how I would have gotten through the school year without this next young lady. She was my peer counselor, but she was a lot more. I'm sure that she's personally responsible for helping some students pass this school year. She worked tirelessly with many different students to help tutor in whatever was needed, all the way from kindergarten to 8th grade. I'd like to present the Peer Counselor of the Year Award to Neve Segal. Thank you, Neve, for all of your help. I really appreciate it.
Okay, I'll wait for the thunderous applause to die down just a little bit. Thanks, Bill. Oh, thanks, Julia. Inside out. All right. I know you're happy to see me. It's kind of strange being here. I never thought I'd be standing in my backyard next to my corn patch presenting awards. But it's been a strange year, so here we are. I'm all dressed up and we're ready to go. So our PE awards this year, I've got a boy and girl winner, PE student of the year for each class, and then I have 2 awards that I'm calling my all-star PE students that are getting trophies, and I'll present those at the end. For second period, we've got Milani Novano Bravo for the girls, and Gabby Phoenix Ebron for the boys. Congratulations, you guys did a great job and contributed to the class. Third period, I've got, oh yeah, okay, sorry, lost my train of thought. Third period, Skylar Johnson for the girls and Alonzo Godwin for the boys. Nice job. Fourth period, Jasmine Walker for the girls and Miles Davis for the boys. Fifth period, I've got Brooklyn Ball, my winner for the girls, and Ezra Jacobs for the boys. Sixth period, Sanaya Preston is my girls winner, and Jonathan Garcia for the boys. Good job, Jonathan. Seventh period, Haley Thomas is my girls winner for student of the year for PE for seventh period, and Owen Bigelow. I'm giving Owen Bigelow the award for seventh period for the boys. Nice job. It's really hard to pick and narrow it down. I had a lot of great students this year, but I thought those kids, those people that I named, I thought they did an exceptional job and were well deserving. All right, now for my PE All-Stars. I'll start with the boys. This student really just had a great way of challenging me as a teacher and playing devil's advocate, coming up to me privately and talking to me about things, and you know, keeping me on my toes as far as, you know, am I doing a good job teaching these kids, or are they understanding what I'm trying to teach, are they getting what I'm trying to teach them? Constantly doing that for me. He wrote a one-page argument during our volleyball unit as to why he should be the captain of one of the volleyball teams during our tournament. It was very convincing, and I did make him a captain, and he did an awesome job under some trying circumstances at times. The last day of school, I wasn't feeling too well, but we had our field day, and I was going around, and this student was helping out with the younger kids, and it just struck me the way he was taking the time to talk to those kids and explain things to those kids, and instead of just, you know, being out there kind of having fun and letting things flow, he was really taking what he was doing seriously. And you know, as a teacher, all you can hope for is that you can instill that ability to teach onto your students. So the student is Bryce Brundridge, and Bryce, in my book, you're an ace, buddy, and I was honored to have you for 2 years in my class. Thank you. All right, for the girls, PE All-Star student. This particular student only has one fault, as far as I know. She's a Boston Red Sox fan, but I'm not going to hold that against her, although all my hopes are that someday she'll see the light and become a Tampa Bay Rays fan. I've taught this student for 3 years in sports and in PE, and she's just an amazing student. I've never seen her when she was not at the top of her game. Every day, not complaining, doing the work, doing anything I asked of her gladly, and still to this day, even a couple of times I've contacted her over the e-learning process, and she's always able to help me out and willing to help me out and happy to help me out. So she's an amazing athlete, and it's Kate Keith. Kate, I'm going to miss you greatly. You're in 25 years of teaching, you're one of the top students I've ever had. I'm sad that you're leaving, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the exciting things that you're going to be doing in the future. All right, everybody, so I have to say that since March 13th, the behaviors have really been great. No conduct cuts, nobody in silent lunch. So that's one positive thing to look at. So I know it's been a trying time for you guys, and I know this has been difficult, and this is probably not the way that you would want to get sent out from Rampello. I know it's not, and trust me, it's not the way that we would like to see you off either. But you know, remember, you guys are pirates, you're strong, and there's going to be other times. You'll be back to visit us at school, hopefully, and we'll be looking forward to seeing all the great things that you're doing out there in high school.
Hi students, Miss MG here. I'm very, very excited to be able to present to you today our awards for 8th grade students in all of their music classes. This was very difficult to decide. I'm giving out 30 awards today, and I hope that you all understand I would give everybody an award if I could. First award is for Most Improved 8th Grader in Orchestra, Ava Miller. Second award goes to the Most Musical 8th Grader in Orchestra, Angela Martinez. Most Accomplished 8th Grader in Orchestra and in band as well, Carolina Rivera. Most Competitive 8th Grader in Orchestra, and if you know her, you'll agree, Samaya Garcia. Most Helpful 8th Grader in Orchestra, Alexis Benkin. Alexis often will tune the cellos without asking. She is the best. Best Attitude in Orchestra, Joanna Arguelles. Joanna just joined orchestra this year, and I wish she had joined sooner. She is a pleasure to have in class. Most Determined 8th Grader in Orchestra. This student made it into the All-State Honor Ensemble and had to work very, very hard. Gabriella Hay. Moving on to band students. Most Improved 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble, Alexandra Hines. I couldn't decide on just one because both of these students started playing last year, and within this second year of their playing really reached new heights. So I have a second Most Improved 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble, Aiden Fernandez. Most Creative 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble, and I knew I had to give this student an award because he's definitely deserved it, so I had to invent a new award for him. Most Creative in Wind Ensemble and also in orchestra, Nate Morris. Most Musical 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble and also in orchestra, Ethan Smith. Ethan is a natural musician. Most Competitive 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble and also in orchestra. She started in orchestra this year and went to solo and ensemble competition and got a superior. So I'm very proud of her. She was all set to also compete in the band solo and ensemble, Lindsay Vado. She always pushes herself and she makes me very, very proud. Most Helpful 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble. This student runs my metronome and my slideshow for me. I almost never have to ask for it to be done, and it's super helpful. Taylor Crone. This student has the best attitude in Wind Ensemble. She's always smiling. She listens really carefully. She's got a very positive attitude. Ayana Barrero. Most Determined 8th Grader in Wind Ensemble. This student may not have been a natural musician, but works very hard and is very successful on his instrument of choice, the French horn. Jordan Crochet. Here's a transitional award for steel drums, which only had one performance this year, but this student has always been very motivated and excited about steel drums. He's a great steel drums ambassador and works very hard on his bass drums, Zachary Ward. Moving on to show choir. My show choir classes were so popular this year, they got split into 2 different sections, 6th period and 7th period. It was too hard for me to choose students from the show choir as a whole, so I actually am giving an award to students from 6th period and then the same award to students from 7th period. So everybody sort of got their chance. Most improved 8th grader in 6th period show choir. The student did not dance, did not act, and did not sing at the beginning of the year, and now he has definitely learned to step outside of his shell, and he's doing an awesome job. Andrew Ritchie. Most musical 8th grade student in 6th period show choir. The student also plays in the band and performs at the Patel Conservatory. She's an amazing actress, singer, and dancer, Annalise Holtz. Most accomplished and helpful 8th grader in 6th period show choir. The student really goes above and beyond in band as well as in show choir, and I wanted to combine 2 awards for her. Raylan Dye. Best attitude in 6th period show choir. This student always is building her classmates up. She is supportive of everybody. She encourages people to use positive language. She's always got a smile on her face, and she's just a pleasure to be around. Peyton Feely. This student is the best dancer in 6th period show choir, without a doubt, Mackenzie Johnson. She learns her choreo so quickly. The student in 6th period show choir with the best voice, like an angel. Everybody would agree if they heard her sing Hannah Blue. Our best actor in 6th period show choir. Now, this gentleman is a dark horse. He joined show choir this year on a whim and has been so much fun to have in class. He gives it his all. He's very, very expressive, interesting young gentleman. I think he has a future in acting. Jackson Candy. Moving on to 7th period show choir. Most improved 8th grader in 7th period show choir. This student joined our class a little bit late this year, had never done anything like show choir before, and was a little bit apprehensive at first, I could tell. He was a little nervous and thought it wasn't cool enough, but he turned out to be an amazing asset to our group and really started to shine, especially as we started preparing for our performance at Disney World. He makes me very proud. Israel Robinson. Our most musical 8th grader in 7th period show choir. This student is also in the band. She does an awesome job at everything she attempts, and I love having her in my classes those last 2 years. Skylar Johnson. This is our most accomplished 8th grader in 7th period show choir. She's an excellent singer and dancer, and she's always got a great energy. She pushes herself and her classmates to be their best every day. Nakia Reed. This student has the best attitude in 7th period show choir. She's always smiling. She's encouraging her classmates, again, to be very positive and wants everybody to do their best. Jazaria Jackson. This is our best dancer in 7th period show choir, and I am so surprised that she's never taken any dance classes or lessons because she is such a natural. Very energetic, learns our choreography very quickly, flexible, awesome leader. Jalea Laundry. This student has the best voice in 7th period show choir. She also takes private voice lessons, and the day that she decided to join our show choir, we were all benefited by her knowledge and the beautiful tone of her sound. Jaden DeSalle. And our last award goes to the best actor in 7th period show choir. This student is a lover of all things Disney, and I can tell that she really watches actors carefully on the screen. She's also got a very sweet singing voice and is a good dancer as well. Kayla Goins. Thank you all for tuning in for my awards show. I wish the best for all 8th graders in the future, and I will miss your lovely faces next year. I'm so sad to see you go.
Hi, this is Miss Cartali with the Volleyball Awards. Miss Miller and I had a great time coaching volleyball this year. For the Boys Leadership Award goes to Colin Wacker. He was an awesome assistant coach while he was injured, and when he was back on the court, he was one of our leading point scorers. For the Boys MVP, the award goes to Ira Reed. He has a killer serve and always gave 100% on the court. For the Girls Leadership Award goes to Brooke Lewis. She was a great captain for the team that helped everyone advance their game. The girls MVP is Ari Sanchez. Ari led the team to victory with her strong communication skills, serving, passing, and hitting. Great job to all the boys and girls volleyball team for a fun and successful season.
All right, everybody, I'm back, and now we're going to do our sports awards. We decided to add those on to the 8th grade presentation this year, things being what they are with the lockdown and everything. Miss Cartelli and Miss Miller should have already given the awards for boys and girls volleyball MVPs. All of our winners were 8th grade except for basketball, so just in case there's any questions, I want to clear that up. We gave the girls basketball MVP award to Ava Godfrey. Miss Allen made that decision, and Mr. Jones picked Archie McFadden, a 6th grader, for the boys basketball MVP. Now we'll pick up with track. That's where I started coaching. And our boys team did a great job this year. We had kind of a small team, and you know, it's kind of hard to fill all the events, but everybody that came and ran and raced did a really good job. And we had about 6 kids, 6 boys, I think, go to the district finals. So our MVPs for track this year, a couple guys who were able to qualify. They were 1 and 2 in the sectional or the cluster meet and qualified for the districts. Andrew and Adrian Ritchie, they are our MVPs for track, boys. Now the girls track team won the district. First time we've ever won the district in track. I knew we had a strong team. We had 8 girls go to the district finals at Spoto, and we won. It was a cold night, a long night, sometimes frustrating. But we won 8 out of 11 events. We won. I think we came in 2nd in another event. And you know, as we went through the night, I was like, we could win this thing. We could win this thing. And yeah, by the end of the meet, I knew we had it. So congratulations to those girls. That was an amazing accomplishment. And I actually have 3 MVPs for track girls. Mackenzie Johnson, amazing job. Iana Hicks, maybe those two, maybe 2 of the fastest girls we've ever had at Rampello. And the 3rd winner is not an 8th grader, but Lula Katz, one of the probably best distance runners we've ever had at Rampello. So amazing job, girls. I'm very proud of what you did, and congratulations. All right, we're gonna move on to soccer. I'm gonna do the girls first for soccer. Pretty good season, had some exciting moments. Raylan died. You know, usually when you take somebody out in soccer, you're on defense. She did it on offense, went right through a Farrell player at the beginning of the game. Had to go to the hospital, check her for a concussion, but one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Actually, kept the ball on her foot, went through the girl underneath, knocked the girl over, and then came back up, and then went back down. But it was a great season. Finished out with a shootout against Memorial. We made all 5 shots. Jordan Johnson did an amazing job in goal for us that night, and it was a fun season. So the 2 soccer MVPs, Kate Keith and Taylor Crone. For the boys, another good season for the boys. We wound up in a playoff game. three-way play-in to get into the playoffs, actually, second year in a row. Unfortunately, we weren't able to win that game, but the boys did an amazing job, and more importantly, a great bunch of guys, fun to coach, good attitude, you know, a lot of team leaders on that team, and I'm really, really proud of them. So also, we had 2 direct scores on goal kick, or no, corner kicks. So that's something you don't see every year for sure. And the winners for MVP for soccer, Joseph Parra and Colin Wacker. Congratulations. Now, we didn't have a flag football season, but I'm getting paid for it, I found out. So I conjured this virtual season, I guess, in my mind, and I came up with some awards for our football season. So for flag football, the awards, the MVPs. For the girls, this young lady had 5 interceptions during the course of the season, and actually we won the district championship this year. And this young lady sealed the deal with a end of the game pick 6 to win that championship game. Raylan Dye, awesome job. You're our flag football girls MVP. Now in boys football, I knew this guy was a great player coming in, and I was happy that he decided to join us in flag football this year because I knew he played outside school football. Didn't play last year as a 7th grader when he was new to the school, but decided to play this year. Amazing. Wide receiver, quarterback, he can throw, he can run, he can catch. As a receiver, he caught 15 touchdowns this year over the course of 5 games. Just amazing as we ran the score up over and over and over again on every team in the cluster. Boys won the district championship as well. Hard to believe that we took both girls and boys, but that's the way it happened upstairs here. So the MVP this year actually scored the winning touchdown in the district title game with an amazing one-hand catch in the corner of the end zone. Michael Coley Jr., congratulations. All right, that's the awards for sports except for our overall MVPs. We give these awards out to people that, you know, play a lot of sports, have good attitude, good work ethic, you know, just easy to teach, easy to coach, you know, work hard, maybe not the MVP for a sport, but always there and always doing a good job and always helping and always contributing in their way. So the overall MVP awards this year for Rampello Sports go to Jordan Johnson for the girls. Amazing job. I think Jordan played every sport all 3 years of her time at Rampello. And for the boys, it's Caleb Bistany. All right, congratulations. I miss sports. I miss you guys. I'm ready to get back into it. I hope you're going to play sports in high school and continue your careers through high school and, you know, who knows, maybe even in college. Be safe.
Hello and welcome to Miss Autry's award ceremony. I'm glad you are all here. Let's just jump right in. We'll start with our e-learning awards. These go out to the students who have done a terrific job during these 9 weeks, getting on all their assignments, doing a great job online. And there's actually quite a lot of them. So we're just gonna go throughout the list. And each of you are going to receive one of these certificates. It's just not going to say you, it's going to say your name on it. So, all right, let's go through the list. First period, Joanna, Brooklyn, Miles, Raylyn, Jonathan, Ayana, Annalise, Jordan, Paris, Skylar, Melody, India, Andrew, Veronica, Haley, Miguel. Second period, Alexis, Owen, Jordan, Jalea, Taylor, Samaya, Jaden, Kate, Brooke, Sanaya, Adrian, Neve, Colin, and Reed. Third period, Hannah, Matthew, Jasmine, Peyton, Aiden, Isabella, and Mackenzie, Melanie, Devana, Molly, Maddox, Dakari. Fourth period, Skylar, Ariana, Alexandra, Jamila, Nakia, Tommy, Latrell. Sixth period, Jaden, Gabby, Jakai, Tahani, Lucas, Lewis, and Zachary. And seventh period, Arthur, Jackson, Michael, Christian, Jordan, Angela, Thomas, Ari, and Aaliyah. Now I'd like to recognize the students who I've had since 5th grade. So I've been able to see them grow up over the years, which has been pretty cool. But I got them a little treat, which I'm going to get to you, but I just want to go through the names. Let's see. Tony, Elijah, Joanna, Brooklyn, Jackson, Jasmine, Jordan, Taylor, Jaden, Raylyn, Jonathan, Ariana, Jaden, Paris, Kate, Jakai, Jalea, Brooke, Manassas, Nate, and Jamila, India, Carolina, Israel, Lewis, Ari, Caleb, Colin, Reed, Zachary, and Marie. It looks like my little heart isn't working. I'm sorry. All right, honorable mentions. So I have 10 of these medals that I want to give to 10 students that I believe deserve some sort of award, all for different reasons, but I want to make sure they're recognized. Brooklyn, Jordan, Andrew, Jalea, Sanaya, Molly, Jamila, Lucas, Ari, and Aaliyah. So good job, you guys. All right, there's 2 students I want to also give the medal to, which is for being scientific thinkers. And one of them goes to Nate. Good job, Nate. And the other one goes to Elijah. Good job, Elijah and Nate. All right, now let's go through the awards by class. This is what your award will look like. It will have your name on it. It won't just say most outstanding. It'll have your name on it. But let's go through first period first. First one goes to Miguel. The next one, Haley. All right, second period, most outstanding. And nice job. All right, third period goes to Dakari and Devana. So congrats. All right, fourth period, most outstanding. Matthew, And Nakia. Nice job. Sixth period. Frederick. And Marie. Seventh period. Jordan. And Angela. So congrats on most outstanding. Next we have best overall. All right, best overall would be the top two of all the assignments. The award looks like this, and it'll have your name on it and say best overall. All right, congratulations, Joanna. And the other one goes to Maddox. So congratulations, Maddox. This concludes my awards ceremony. I love you and miss you guys. There's only one more thing to say, which is
Good evening again. Terry Bigelow. I'm the 8th grade English teacher at Rumpello, and these are my awards I'm going to present. The first award I wanted to give is one I've never given before because we've never had it. I want to give Best E-Learner Award for every class. There are some kids who really stayed on top of their things. Some kids fell behind. It was really hard for them to stay on top of it and self-regulate themselves. But some kids really excelled at just every day checking the feed in every class several times, making sure their grades were what they should be, following up. If in my case, I'm sure other teachers may have had this experience, but I would see an assignment and put in the grade. I thought I put in the grade and it wouldn't go in, or I didn't put it in. I thought I did, and they would follow up with me. Those are the things that are going to make them really successful in high school. So I'm looking forward to seeing how successful these particular kids are. So I have one for every period. These are the best e-learner awards. So the first one in my first period goes to Brooke Lewis. She was on top of everything right from the beginning. Anytime I gave a chance to work ahead, she did it. I really love seeing that from Brooke. And I saw her get stronger and stronger as the year got closer, and end of the year got closer and closer. In second period, Hannah Blue, just really spectacular all the time. And really excelled in e-learning. My third period person is Miles Davis. He's just a really great student all around, and he demonstrated that again as an e-learner. Jonathan Garcia, as soon as stuff got released, he took care of it, he worked ahead. Those are some of the things I was looking for this award. And finally, in my sixth period, Samaya Garcia. I think she was the very first one to finish all the Zinc learning stuff, reading lab stuff. She, when assignment came out, she got on top of it. I don't know if she did that in every class, but that's a really good way to operate. You see something in front of you, you take care of it and move on. So those are my best e-learner awards. The next award I'm going to give is for work ethic. And it's one of those things that your family instills, and you also have to take it on. Whether your family instilled it or not, it's something you need to have inside yourself. That work ethic will take you a long way. Just never quitting, always being willing to take that extra next step that'll get you a little bit better product, learn more, higher grade, whatever it might be. And so these are my people that won for best work ethic. In my first period, Jalea Laundry. There are times she would let herself get a little behind, and then she would step on the gas and really, and not just get things done, but get them done well. That's really an indication that of a middle school student starting to become a highly successful in the future high school student. I really love seeing that this year. Jasmine Candy, just all year, really worked hard, set a high standard for herself, and delivered all the time. Jalea Cochran also never let herself get behind ever, always had things done on time, worked hard at things, didn't just having them done wasn't enough. She worked beyond that. And that's an indication she is going places. Kate Keith, her work ethic is absolutely ridiculous. And her eye for quality in her own work is really something. That's something that, on top of how smart all these kids are, is going to take them a very long way. And finally, in my sixth period, Haley Thompson. Anytime she also had a little gap in getting things done, very seldom, very short, she got right on top of it and really delivered high quality work on top of that. She didn't just check something off and get by it. I really admire that in these students. And that's it. So the next category was greatest growth. And greatest growth is, for me, often a kid comes in and they're good at language arts. And they start off doing pretty good, but I see them really build a head of steam throughout the year, and they become really like stronger and stronger, more so than their peers. You notice a really big jump from where they started at the beginning of the year to where they end at the end of the year. And my hope is to see that continue into high school. So the greatest growth involves work ethic and setting a high standard for yourself, and all those things that go into learning how to operate as a highly successful student. And those are all those characteristics that lead to that. So here are my kids who won for this year in each class period. In first period, Alexis Banquet, absolutely ridiculous work ethic. She puts a lot of pressure on herself to do a great job, and just really started off great and got stronger and stronger. Really one of the strongest language arts students in 8th grade right now. In second period, Angela Martinez. This is someone I'll label as quietly making noise. She almost doesn't want you to know she's there, and she is constantly improving and taking everything in and becoming stronger and stronger. Neve Stegall just started the year very strong, and really, even through the e-learning, she could have also been considered for the e-learning award. Always on top of things. Any little gap she had all year, jumped right on it and took care of her business. She's come a long way this year. In fourth period, Annalise Holes just started strong and got stronger and stronger, just massive growth this year. I can't wait to see what she does in honors in high school, all these kids. In sixth period, Jordan Brenson Marshall started off strong. I think in the middle of the year, she had a little dip in how she was focusing on her work. But man, if you look at what she was doing at the beginning of the year and what she can do now, it is night and day. Just absolutely amazing. You guys I really admire all the things that went into you winning this award. And so those are my winners for the greatest growth. And finally, my last award is my best overall in each class period, best language arts student in each class period. And then after that, I'm going to tell you which two students won the best boy and best girl language arts student for the year in 8th grade. So it would be from these kids. The first one makes me a little uncomfortable because I said I would never do this. But as I looked through everything, I looked at the results. Honestly, the best language arts student in my first period, and he really delivered, is Owen Bigelow, my son. I was really surprised when I was looking back at just how strong he was all year, not just grade-wise, but the quality of his writing, the quality of his work, how on top of things he was. He never turned an assignment in late one time all year, and I don't pester him about it at home. So I'm really proud of you, Owen, for that, as a parent and as a teacher. In second period, Skylar Johnson. Wow, absolutely amazing all year, beginning to end. Second period had some competition, and it was a tough choice, but Skylar really stood out. Very strong. In third period, Raylan Dye, one of the finest writers in all of 8th grade, very strong in every aspect of language arts and very capable, can do anything in the language arts, reading and writing, just like all these students can. In fourth period, Paris Johnson. Paris is the consummate student. She is just in every aspect of her work. She's spectacular, and I suspect that carries over to other classes as well. High standard for quality, attention to detail. Her work ethic is ridiculous. Organization is ridiculous. Just really absolutely amazing. In sixth period, Veronica Slater. Veronica is someone who just really sometimes flies under the radar. You don't think that she's going to be the kid who's going to be the best in the class, but what she delivers every day, how she participates in class, the questions she asks in class, all those things lead to her being absolutely spectacular. I'm really proud of all these kids who won these awards. So now I have to announce who won the best overall boy and girl. And one of those kids actually did not receive this award. The best overall girl for language arts for this year is Paris Johnson. And the best overall boy is in her class, and he won another award. That is Jonathan Garcia. Jonathan probably stood out a little more than the other guys in other classes, just in the quality of writing, the standard he set for himself. I had to select him for the overall best language arts student as a guy, and he just really is spectacular every day. And that's it. Thanks so much for listening to my awards.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to pass out my awards to some of the best students in my classes. I'm going to start with Best Work Ethic. Jalea Laundry, that's you for second period. You were amazing. I could always count on you to do all your work. Thank you. Colin Wacker for third period. Thanks, Colin. You always finished your work early. I could always count on you. Fourth period, Jasmine. You did a great job, Jasmine. Every single period, you did everything that you needed to do, and I appreciate that. Fifth period, Jonathan Garcia. Always work so hard. You're going to have no problems in your high school and college career, Jonathan. Congratulations. And seventh period, I never saw anybody work as hard as Taylor. Congratulations, Taylor. My next awards go to the greatest growth. And these kids, I saw such tremendous potential and growth in these students. It made me very happy. Second period, Latrell Taylor. Thanks, Latrell. You worked so hard. Third period, Annalise. Greatest growth in third period. Thanks, Annalise. You were amazing. Fourth period, Tahani. Oh my gosh, never saw anybody catch up and work as hard as Tahani. Fifth period, Aaliyah Thomas. You made me so happy, Aaliyah. Thank you for all your hard work. You really deserve it. And seventh period, Molly. You did a fantastic job, Molly. You really took control of your learning. Thank you. My next set of awards are for the most outstanding in class. Amazing students, always did everything that they were asked to do. Second period, Jackson Candy. You worked so hard, Jackson. Good luck in algebra next year. Third period, Kate Keith. I could always count on you, Kate. Thanks so much for all your help with other students, and you're amazing. I really appreciated being your teacher. Peyton, thank you for fourth period. You were an amazing student. I'm going to miss you so much. Thanks, Peyton. You're outstanding. Miles, I made it through all your questions, but you learned, and I was so proud of how much you accomplished this year. Alexis, thank you so much for seventh period. You definitely take control of your learning and will be such a successful high school, college, and adult. Thanks, Alexis. Next, best overall for algebra regular. All the algebra regular students. Best overall goes to Miguel Thanks so much, Miguel. It was a pleasure to be your teacher. Congratulations. Best overall for honors, Paris Johnson. Paris, you're amazing. I appreciate all your help in second period also, and everything you did was amazing. Thank you, Paris. I enjoyed being your teacher. Pre-algebra, Ariana. Thanks, Ariana. You were great in pre-algebra. I appreciated you being in that class. Thank you so much, you guys. It was a pleasure and a privilege to be your teacher.
Good evening, everyone. I'm coming to you this evening from my home. And this is where I've been teaching you all from for the last 2 months. Holy cow, 2 months? Has it really been that long? Okay, so I'm here to present to you your history awards for the 2019-2020 school year. I have separated these awards into different categories as I've tried to recognize different students for different really wonderful things that I think you've all done in my classroom this year. And so to get us started, I'd like to present the Work Ethic Award. The Work Ethic Award goes to a student in each and every class who I feel has just worked hard every single day. They never gave up. They always pushed forward. They did their best to do the work, do it correctly, and learn from it every single assignment. Thank you so much to Angela from first period, Mia in third, Taylor in fourth. That's twice I've had you now, Taylor, 6th grade and 8th grade. Thank you very much. Zakara in 6th period and Veronica in 7th period. I know you all worked so hard this year. I know that you always push to make your work the very best it could be. And I wanted to recognize you for that today. So thank you very much. The next award goes out to Greatest Growth. My Greatest Growth students are students who, they struggled with something this year that may have been test and quiz scores, or they were struggling with a concept earlier in the year, or they had difficulty with pattern puzzles or something along those lines. They just really struggled, but they kept at it. They demonstrated perseverance throughout the year. They overcame that adversity, and at the end of the year, these kids turned out to be some of my best kids through for the entire year. So thank you very much for all of you who won the Greatest Growth Award. And our 5 Greatest Growth Award winners are Samaya, Israel, who had a spectacular third quarter, by the way. You were amazing third 9 weeks, Israel. Isabella, Mike, and Gabby, thank you so much. I know you all worked hard this year. I know that you pushed through, that you got frustrated in history sometimes, but you kept pushing through and turned out you had a great year in the end. The next award I call Future Historian. Future Historian, this is for those students who I just found to be great history students. These students pushed to learn more as much as they possibly could. They weren't always the highest scorers in history class, but they were interested and they kept trying to dig deeper and find more information. The answers were never enough. They always wanted to know more. So our Future Historian winners are Aiden Fernandez, Arthur Beer, Adrian Ritchie, Latrell, and Hannah. You all had an amazing year. Thank you so much. You are wonderful students, and I'm gonna miss you next year because I just love the fact that you wanted to learn more. Thank you so much. That brings us to our Most Outstanding Award. Now you can see here, it says this award is for the highest performing student in each class. This is a hard award to give out every single year because I know some of you have had straight A's for the whole year. I really kind of have to get down into the numbers and take a look at those highest averages, but here they are. For most outstanding first period, our award winner is Jaden Grace. Jaden had an incredible year just from the get-go. She let me know on the third week of school that she was here to learn, she was here to play, and she has been spectacular for the entire year. Thank you, Jaden. Paris, I am in awe of you. Again, I had you in 6th grade and now in 8th. You are a leader. You are a high performer. You are focused. You are an outstanding student. I know I say this word a lot, but you are amazing. Keep it up. Alexis, you are a perfectionist. Holy cow, your work is outstanding. And I know you put a lot of time and effort into making that work as good as it possibly can be. You are excellent. That is fantastic work you showed me this year. Thank you very much. Skylar, I know you worked hard this year in 6th period. You shined in that class. We always knew when we got to your paper that it was yours, even without looking at your name. Your answers are insightful. They were well written. You are well spoken. You had a fantastic year in U.S. history. Thank you so much. And Kate, I know sometimes you let the rest of the class speak out before you. Don't be afraid to be heard because your answers are intelligent. They are well researched. They are always well thought out. And your work was wonderful this year. Thank you so much. Those are my 5 most outstanding history students for periods 1 through 7. Thank you so much for a great year. And just in case you thought we were done, no, 2 more. Because every year I have to choose the 2, I just gave it away. The 2 best history students for the entire year, boy and girl. And our girl winner is Jaden. Let me tell you folks, Jaden, she had an amazing year from the get-go. From our very first philosophical chairs activity, she was the first student this year to have that drop the mic moment. She waited for the perfect opportunity to say something in philosophical chairs. She got that ball. What she had to say about Jamestown was well informed. She had the evidence to support it. Her argument was strong. And when she went to pass the ball to the other side of the room looked at her and said, they did not have a response. It was amazing. She let me know from the get-go that she was going to be fantastic this year, and she was. She followed through all the way to the 4th quarter. Jaden, you had an amazing year. Thank you so much. You are my best girl of the year. Thank you. And for best male student, our winner is Miles. Now, Miles, you were quiet for the first semester. You really were. You just kind of slipped under the radar for that first semester. But then 3rd quarter, you showed up with fire. And Miles, you would not let me get away with just telling you the history. You had great questions that made me think, that made me go and look some things up so that I had better, more complete answers to give you in class. Miles, you made that class better just from your inquisitive nature. Good for you, man. Good on you. You had a fantastic year, straight A's all the way through. Thank you, Miles. You are a wonderful student. You are all wonderful. I feel like I had a great year. I am a better teacher for knowing all of you. I hope you have a beautiful summer, and goodbye.
All right, my people, Mr. Bigelow here again. I'm just going to explain to you the Sammy Award and what it is and the history behind it. And then Miss Upper Q will present that award to those 2 students who win it. So the Sammy Award was created the very first year we opened this campus. This is the Sam Rempello Downtown Partnership School, and the Sammy is the most prestigious award that we give on this campus. The first year or two that we did it, we would select our top students. We'd ask them to write a short couple paragraph thing about different aspects of themselves as students on this campus. And then we selected it. And then we started going out to our Student of the Month lunches, which unfortunately got interrupted this year. And those 10 students that won Student of the Month started becoming our candidates for the Sammy Award each year. And we tried to balance getting the 5 strongest female and male candidates over the year. It didn't always work out. Sometimes people were stronger earlier in the year or later in the year, but that's what we tried to do. And then we'd have those students to choose from for the Sammy Award. The Sammy, again, is the most prestigious award that we give. It's the best overall boy and girl in 8th grade the year that they leave, and that's the history of it. So Miss Upper Q is now going to announce who the winners are for this year.
I am pleased to announce the winners of the Sammy Award. Paris Johnson. Congratulations, Paris. Miles Davis. Congratulations, Miles. Congratulations to both Paris and Miles on the most prestigious award that Rampello gives each year.
So here we are at the end of our journey at Rampello, one that started 3 years ago for some and many more years for others. While my time here has been short, I can say one thing for sure. This 8th grade class is one that I'll remember. I feel very lucky to have gotten to know the graduating 8th grade class, and I can only imagine how lucky your teachers feel. Some you had for a year, others you've known much longer. So congratulations to the class of 2020. We all miss you, and we cannot wait to come back and tell us of all the great things you're up to. Have a wonderful summer and stay safe.